The House has resumed. The House is debating the second reading of the Royal Society of New Zealand Amendment Bill, and we have a call being sought by Ms Heather Roy.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Yes, I'm sure you are. I rise to speak to the Royal Society of New Zealand Amendment Bill second reading on behalf of the ACT Party, and I will be taking just a brief call because there are other equally important bills on the order paper for tonight. Mr Speaker, like all other parties in the House, the ACT Party will be supporting this bill. It's a very good bill, very timely, and in fact at Select Committee, at Select Committee, the submissions that we heard persuaded us greatly that this bill was in fact needed. There are two main points that I took from it, Mr Speaker, one of a very practical nature and the other at a much higher level. The higher level perspective is that the humanities will now be incorporated into the Royal Society's proceedings, and I think that's something that is long overdue. One of the submitters, I just can't quite remember which one now, but one of the submitters who was a physical scientist said that when he was researching or looking into any topic really in his particular field, couldn't in this day and age overlook the effect that the humanities had on those particular, even on his very specific area of physical science. The second point, and that which is of a very practical nature, is that the Royal Society has already effectively been including many of the humanities issues into its current work and proceedings, and so in fact the practical reason that they wanted us to address this bill was that it would really formalise the practice that was already occurring. There were a variety of submissions. There was something that hasn't been raised in the House this evening, but I'm sure will be discussed more at committee stage, was that some of the branches felt that consultation hadn't been adequate on this particular issue. The Royal Society itself didn't agree to this point, but it is something I think that the Society does need to be and will be in future very mindful of. So for those reasons, Mr Speaker, I have great pleasure in joining with the other parties in this House in supporting the Members' Bill. Thank you.